Good morning from Doha. I am so excited to be here, honestly, and it was perfect timing this morning because there was a time change, so the time went backwards again. I was awake really early and I decided just to go upstairs to kind of see where we were, and we were just pulling into the port so I could see the whole, us arriving into Doha, and that was just fantastic. And also there were just so many people already awake at like 6 a.m. But I guess that's also again because of the time change. It is currently 7:32 in the morning. I will be leaving the ship in around 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna make my way to Doha city center, get some actual Wi-Fi that is not blocked or has a weird VPN on it. Do a bit of work, do a little bit of shopping. There's a few things that I need to buy. And I also want to go to the National Museum today here in Doha. And then I'll be making my way back to the ship. Oh yeah, and I want to try and get a haircut. Like, I need a haircut so bad. You have no idea. Either way, today is going to be an amazing day. I'm looking forward to it. And another day here on Costa Toscana. And so I had the best day in Doha today. Honestly, it was an amazing time. I'm not gonna lie. I got off the ship. The cruise terminal in Doha is pretty good, pretty modern. They have an aquarium, they have like a little exhibition, and there's just many taxis. Now, pro tip, the taxi drivers will claim they don't do card, but they all do card. That's fact. So I just got in a taxi, went to Doha city center. I was there before the mall in itself opens, but like Starbucks, etc. opens. So I spent a couple hours in the mall. And then I noticed that the tour groups from the ship were also coming to the mall. So I was like, okay, I have to leave. And then I ended up getting a haircut at this random, really tiny barber place. But the people here on the ship seemed to really like it. They all noticed that I got a haircut, which also tells you how badly I needed a haircut. And then I hopped in another taxi to the National Museum of Qatar, which, if you're ever in Doha, I would recommend 100%. It is architecturally such an interesting building, and then inside, oh, so good. It's like $10, maybe $12, something like that. There was an exhibition about coffee, Indonesian coffee, and how that relates back to Qatar, which was super interesting. But then the museum itself talks about the history of Qatar. It was just really great. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really great museum. And then I got back on deck, back on the ship, had some sushi for lunch, like late lunch. By this point it was like 3. And I left the ship at like 7 something, I think. And then the evening started with another great dinner. And what we did is that in the city, I was trying to look for a thank you card, but I couldn't find one. So I just bought a Christmas card for Philip, our waiter, and we all put some money together and gave him the most, just a small token of appreciation for taking care of us at dinner and all of our special requests the last 3 weeks. And then after that, after a great dinner, we went to the Ferrari bar, had some drinks again, and just had a really good time. And now I just got back to my room. Tonight there is Arabian Night, I think Arabian Night party. It's interesting, I have not gone to any party really on this ship whatsoever throughout this entire sailing. You could have partied all night, every night, but I just wasn't really feeling it, which is fine, because it also allows me to get up really early in the morning. Tomorrow we get to Abu Dhabi, and we have to go through immigration, etc. So let's see how that is going to go, but I'll keep you updated then. If you are still listening, or maybe it is your first time, please subscribe to this podcast. We are not done yet. Tomorrow we have Abu Dhabi, and then we arrive into Dubai. Make sure also to check out the sponsor of this series, which is epiccruisedeals.com. Visit epiccruisedeals.com